How are you? What's up? I hope you all are doing very amazing. Welcome back to our day 3 of our marathon lectures for the subject of corporate and economic laws. People, today our goal is we are going to cover the third chapter, and that is corporate governance and sustainability. In your exam, this chapter will be coming in your exam for 10 marks. Okay? So by the end of this lecture, you will have 30 marks in your hand. SEBI regulations, IBC, and then corporate governance. Shall we begin, guys? Give me a quick thumbs up if my voice is clearly audible, if my screen is clearly visible. Let's get started. Perfect. So people, first of all, tell me the meaning of corporate governance. What is the meaning of corporate governance, guys? Corporate governance is nothing but a system of rules, practices, and processes by which a company is directed and controlled. Why? So that company can run honestly and responsibly in the interest of the stakeholders. Tell me again, guys, what is the meaning of corporate governance? Corporate governance is a system of rules, practices, and processes by which a company is directed and controlled, ensuring that the company is run in an honest, in a responsible manner in the interest of the stakeholders. Okay, people? Guys, one second. Hello. Guys, am I audible clearly? Is my screen properly visible now, guys? Quickly give me a thumbs up. Hi, Varshil. Good evening. Hi, Tejasvi Pawar. Sir, please solve my doubt of SEBI. Guys, just 1 second. There is one issue with the PC. Yes, guys. So, guys, there was one small issue with the PC. Monitor was not working. Now it is fine. Quickly, everyone, let me know if my voice is audible and the screen is visible, and then quickly we'll get started with the corporate governance. Sir, please solve my doubt or SEBI I put on YouTube lecture 1. Varshil will check your comment and I will reply to that comment, okay? Don't worry. Hi Ashwini. Hi TSC Pawar. New Holy Culture. Hi Hi. From where are you watching, guys? Associate. Will this lecture be enough for exam? I am studying for the first time. Associate. Just read, understand, learn my marathon notes, and then just once, just give it a glance on your module, and then you will be done. Hi Vignesh. Sir, in PDF fourth one is not there. Vignesh, family business is not important. This marathon is completely focused on important chapters and important topics. Okay. If you want all those chapters also, I'm going to launch one shot revision videos of those chapters also. Don't worry. Perfect, guys. Hi Jayanand. Hi Bamit. Shall we get started, guys? Chalo. Again, let's understand what is the meaning of corporate governance. Corporate governance is a system of rules, practices, and processes by which a company is directed and controlled so that company runs honestly and responsibly in the interest of all the stakeholders. Which was the company that did not follow corporate governance? Have you heard this company called as Satyam Computers, guys? They did not follow corporate governance. Their governance was very poor. They manipulated their books of accounts, because of which investors lost trust and a very big scandal took place. Okay? Chalo now. First topic, objectives of corporate governance. People, whatever topics we are discussing now, questions can be asked on all those topics for 5 to 7 marks. Questions are very easy with respect to corporate governance, only if you study everything in a proper manner. Okay? Chalo. Now, what are the objectives of corporate governance? Why do we follow corporate governance? Number 1, balancing the interest of all the stakeholders. Can anyone tell me in the chat box what is the difference between stakeholder and a shareholder? Examples, people. Dividend decisions that don't harm the company growth or employee salaries. Whatever money you are earning, all the money you are paying as dividend to your shareholders. But what about the other stakeholders? They should also be benefited, no, guys? Perfect. That means balancing the interest of all the stakeholders. Number 2 is transparent and justifiable policies. Whatever company is following the policy, every single thing should be logical, transparent. Okay? Clear disclosure of bonus policies and pricing decisions. Decisions should be logical, open, and explainable. You should not take arbitrary decisions. You should not take decisions based on your whims and fancies. Number 3, independent and effective board of directors. People, there should be independent directors questioning all the important decisions of the company. If directors don't question the decisions of the company, very good possibility the company will take bad decisions. So independent and effective board of directors should be there. Okay. 4th is company should use the resources in a optimized manner. They should not waste resources. Next is risk reduction through due diligence. So whenever a company is going to acquire another company, they should do their homework before they acquire. They should do their due diligence to find out, can something wrong happen with this type of acquisition? Acquisition should not go wrong. And how is that possible? When you do your due diligence in a best way possible. Next is building trust and enhancing company's value. So if a company is following corporate governance, it will attract more investors, it will gain value subsequently. So guys, in your exam, if question is asked, what are the objectives of corporate governance? Can you write down all the 6 points? Quickly tell me, everyone. Number 1 is balancing interest of stakeholders. Number 2, transparent and justifiable policies. Number 3, independent and effective board of directors. Number 4, you should use your resources in an optimum manner. 5 is risk reduction through due diligence, and last is building trust and enhancing the value of the company. So all these 6 points you should learn, guys. Okay, if you are finding any topic very difficult, I have also included examples so you can visualize everything. Cool, guys. Chalo. Next topic is features of corporate governance. So how many features are there, guys? There are 7 features. Let's understand one by one. Number 1 is transparency. So if a company is following a good corporate governance, the company must openly disclose true and complete information about its affairs to all the stakeholders. Company should not keep any information hidden. Publishing correct financial statements and disclosing losses or risk instead of hiding them. Which company hide the losses, guys? Satyam Computers hide the losses and they inflated profits, because of which a very big scandal took place. So number 1 feature is transparency. Number 2 is prudent and participative management. So directors from diverse expertise should participate in the decisions of the company. Okay, the more directors participate, the more knowledge they bring to the table. Next is enhancing the value of enterprise. A company should grow year by year. They should not just increase profit, but they should also increase their value. Their reputation, goodwill, and brand image should also subsequently increase along with the profits. Next is accountability. A company must be answerable to not just shareholders, but also to the stakeholders. Okay, so I asked you a question, the difference between shareholder and stakeholder. Everything clear, sir? Jayanand, hi, sir. Screen not visible, sir. Please check. Material not seen. PDF is not on the screen. Okay, guys, one second. Yes, guys, I hope now it is visible. Let me also check. Yes, guys, now it is visible. Okay, chalo. So accountability is done where a company is answerable to all their stakeholders. Next, innovation. The company should always innovate new things continuously. If company adopts new technology, it will eventually reduce cost and improve efficiency. Next is professionalism and specialization. So company should appoint professionals to manage their company. If they appoint their relatives, it might not bring expertise to the table. Company might not perform well. So they should always bring professional expertise to the management. And next is, guys, stakeholder recognition. So whenever a company takes any decision, they should take into consideration all the stakeholders in mind and not just shareholders. Okay, so whenever a company is taking any decisions, they should always keep in mind, will it benefit my employees, will it benefit my suppliers, will it benefit my customers? All those stakeholders should be taken into consideration before a company takes any decisions. Easy, no, guys? Everyone. Janan, can you do one thing? Once this lecture ends, no? Watch from the beginning of the topic. Then you'll be sorted. Okay, guys, a lot of time got wasted because of technical issue. So I don't want to waste your time. Janan, is that okay? Give me a thumbs up, guys. And nobody has still answered me the question of the difference between a stakeholder and a shareholder. Quickly answer me the question, guys. Chalo. So 7 features of good corporate governance. If in exam, guys, question is asked with respect to what are the features of corporate governance, will you be able to answer? Number 1 is transparency. Company should be very much transparent. Number 2 is prudent and participative management. Everyone should participate in decisions so that more opinions can bring to the table. Third is company should always strive to increase their value, not just profit. They should also try to increase their value. Next is accountability. Company is answerable to every single decision to their stakeholders. Next is innovation. Company should always strive to innovate new ideas. If they innovate, their cost will reduce and efficiency will increase. And next is, guys, professionalism and specialization. Company should have experts and professionals in management. And last is stakeholder recognition. Company shall take into consideration all the stakeholders whenever they operate. Example is fair wages for employees, timely payment to creditors, and quality products for customers. So all the stakeholders should be benefited. Yes, guys, everyone, am I clear? Give me okay thumbs up, guys. Is my speed comfortable? Is it too fast? Is it too slow? Let me know in the chat box. Okay, guys? Chalo. So objective is done, features is done. If in exam question is asked, I don't want you to lose marks. Okay, guys? Chalo. Next is, what is the difference between ethics and corporate governance? Come over here, guys. If I want to explain the difference in just 10 to 15 seconds, ethics means personal moral values. It comes internally. Nobody forces me to be ethical. Being honest even when nobody is watching you. That is called as ethics. Now, sir, what is the meaning of corporate governance? Corporate governance is a system to control and run the company properly. Example is whistleblower policy. So SEBI, companies that they have established rules and regulations for good corporate governance practices. If you don't follow them, you will be penalized. Easy, no, guys? Chalo, now let's understand the difference between ethics and corporate governance. Ethics are moral values and principles of an individual. But corporate governance is a formal system governing a company. Number one difference is easy. In exam, question will be asked the difference between ethics and corporate governance. Number two, applies at all levels of organization. Ethics applies at all levels of organization from the peon till the top management. But corporate governance mainly applies to top management. They are the ones who will ensure that companies act is followed. SEBI regulations are followed. Next is, it emerges naturally from personal values. And next, corporate governance means what? It needs to be studied. Companies at SEBI, you need to study it. You need to design the rules for that. And then you have to implement it. Easy, no, guys? Next is, regulations are not important. Ethics is self-driven. Guys, just 1 second. Guys, just give me 2 minutes. I will restart my iPad. Pencil is not working. Yes, guys. Okay. So fourth point is regulations are not important. Ethics is self-driven when we talk about the ethics. But over here, regulations are very important and they require strict compliance. If you don't follow the regulations, company will be penalized. So guys, if an exam question is asked, what is the difference between ethics and corporate governance? Will you be able to write all the 4 point, guys? Number 1 is you have to write the meaning. Number 2 is applies at all levels. Number 3 is emerges naturally. And number 4 is it is self-driven. Over here it is strict compliance. Easy now, guys. Can I get a thumbs up, everyone? Okay, chalo guys. Next topic is management and corporate governance. What is the difference between management and corporate governance? Let's read this. Management focuses on how do we achieve our objectives, how do we achieve our targets. But corporate governance focuses on the ethical methods of reaching that objective. Applies at all levels. So a factory supervisor decides daily work schedules and production targets. Over here, management is applied. And over here, mainly applies at top levels. The board decides company policies like RPT transactions or whistleblower mechanism. So management happens at all levels and corporate governance happens at the top level mostly. Next is nature. So management keeps on changing based on the situation. During a market slowdown, management cuts cost or changes pricing strategy. But do you think it is same for the corporate governance? Will corporate governance change based on situations? No. In every single situation, we have to comply with the corporate governance. Okay. Next is organization can frame its own management rules, but this is not the case for corporate governance. All the companies will have to follow the same corporate governance rules are mandatory and critical. Next is focus. People, this is the most important point. I want you guys to write down this point in exam if a question is asked with respect to the difference between management and corporate governance. Over here, results are more important than how you achieve your results. But in corporate governance, how you achieve your results are more important than the result itself. People, I want you to write this down. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can everyone tell me the 5 difference between management and corporate governance? Management focus on objectives and targets. Corporate governance focus on ethical methods. Okay, sir. Applies at all levels. Mostly applies at the top level. Nature is situation based, but over here it is not situation based. Next is role of regulation. Companies can frame their own rules and regulation to set good management standards, but for all the companies, corporate governance practices is applicable mandatorily. And last is the most important difference. Results are more important if we talk about management, but over here, how you achieve your results are more important if we talk about corporate governance. Easy now, guys. Everyone, yes, everyone has given me a thumbs up already. Okay. Now, people, in short, in a summarized manner, in a sweet manner, if I want to differentiate between corporate governance, management, and ethics. Ethics are personal values. Management is getting your work done. And corporate governance means ethical and regulated way of getting things done. Easy now, guys. Chalo. Now comes the most important part. Emergence and evolution of corporate governance. So, why do we follow corporate governance? Why so much emphasis has been given on corporate governance? Why are you studying corporate governance? Let's understand this. Number 1 is, people, corporate failures. Many big companies failed miserably because they did not follow good corporate governance practices. Fraud or collapse due to poor management and very weak internal controls. Number 1 point. Number 2 is major scandals, like you might all have seen the movie Enron scam, WorldCom, Global Crossing, Xerox, Satyam Computers, Harshal Mehta scam. Because of such scandals, it is very, very important for us to follow corporate governance. Second reason. Third is rise of big companies, institutional investors. Now you know the meaning of institutional investors. Now people tell me one thing. These people have got huge amount of money, huge amount of data. So they know how you are operating exactly. If you don't have good corporate governance practices, do you think these people is going to invest in your company? The answer is no. So to gain their trust, you have to follow good corporate governance. Next is increase in retail investors. Now is the time where people like you and me are also investing in companies. So we should not be cheated, and that's why a lot of emphasis is given to corporate governance to save the common people like you and me. Next is public availability of information. Now every single thing is transparent because of strict SEBI regulations. So no company can hide any information. Sixth is stronger rules and regulation. Because of SEBI, company is supposed to follow good corporate governance, otherwise they will be penalized. Next is broader stakeholders focus. Now company should not just focus on shareholders, they should also focus on employees, customer, society and the government. Next is non-compliance is a disadvantage. If you don't follow good corporate governance, investors will go to those companies who are following good corporate governance. Yes, I hope I'm audible, guys. Next is, guys, stakeholder disconnect is a bad governance. If you are that company which is completely focused on profit, you are completely ignoring the stakeholders, you will not be a trusted entity. Nobody is going to trust you. You will lose your money. And last is share price volatility. Share price clearly reflects the performance of the company. If the company is performing very well, share price will increase. If the company is not performing very well, share price will decrease. Okay? So, all these are reasons behind why corporate governance is very, very important. Quickly, let's revise, guys. Number one reason is corporate failures. Number two reason is major corporate scandals. Number three is rise of big institutional investors. Fourth is increase in retail investors. Fifth is every single thing is now transparent. Public has got information. Sixth is strong rules and regulations. Seventh is stakeholder focus. And eighth is if you don't comply, it's a disadvantage to you. Ninth is stakeholders disconnect is a bad thing to do. You have to stay connected with all your stakeholders. And last is share price volatility. Everyone, guys, are you with me? Give me a thumbs up. If an exam question is asked, why corporate governance is given so much importance, will you be able to write all 8 to 9 points, guys? Okay? If there's any point which you are not able to understand, I've also included examples so you don't mug up. Yes, guys, can I have a thumbs up? Can I have a thumbs up, guys? Chalo, guys, let's move on to the next topic. Varun, new holy culture. What's your name? Tejasvi Pawar, Bamit, Jayanand, Shahnawaz. Everyone, guys, quickly give me a thumbs up. People, this chapter is very easy. Just by studying this chapter, you can easily get 10 marks. High scoring chapter. Okay? Chalo. Now, benefits of corporate governance. Sir, how many topics are you going to cover from this chapter? 6, 7, and that's it. MCQs. Now that we are following the corporate governance, now what benefits are we going to enjoy? Let's understand. Number one is you will have growth and you will be a stable company. Okay. Next is improved reputation. If you follow good corporate governance practices, your reputation will grow. Third is better use of funds. Prevents misuse of public money and shareholder funds. just like Satyam computers happened. Fourth is efficient resource management. Now you know that we need to use our resources wisely, otherwise investors will lose trust in a company. So you are going to try your level best to use resources wisely. Next is long-term growth. Just by following corporate governance, your company will have a very long-term growth. It will grow slowly and steadily. Stakeholder confidence, investors, employees, customers, everyone will trust the company. Seventh is the ones who have got good corporate governance practices will have a better position compared to the ones who don't follow good corporate governance practices. And eighth is you can easily acquire, you can get acquired, you can merge. So all these things can happen only because of one reason, that is good corporate governance practices. Easy no guys, everyone. So if in exam question is asked, what are the benefits of corporate governance? Will you be able to answer? Let me know in the chat box. Okay. The next topic is theories of corporate governance through board management. Students often find this topic very boring, very dry, but don't worry guys, there is a reason behind every single topic that we are studying. So how many theories are there? 4 theories. Stewardship, agency, stakeholder and trusteeship. 2 theories are very, very similar. That is stewardship theory and trusteeship theory. Stewardship act as a caretaker of assets, but in trusteeship, directors act as a caretaker of money of the shareholders. Over there, assets word is used. Over here, money word is used. Agency is directors are the agents of the shareholders, so they have to act in the best interest of the shareholders. Then stakeholder means what? Focus is not given on just the shareholders. Focus is given on all the stakeholders. Easy no guys? Simantini this side. Okay, Simantini. Okay, chalo guys. So we are done with the first chapter. Shall we start solving the MCQs? I want every single one of you to participate. It doesn't really matter if your answer is right or wrong. You have to participate. Why? If your answer is wrong, you will come to know what is the right answer. But if you don't try, no guys, then you will not understand the right answer. Okay guys? So try and fail. It's my math lectures. I'm not going to shout at you. So be chill. Okay? Chalo. Let's start solving the MCQs. Question number 1. A company hides losses to maintain their share price, just like Satyam Computers did. Which feature of corporate governance is violated? Is it transparency in disclosure of information? Is it professionalism? Is it enhancement of enterprise value? Or is it participative management approach? What is the correct answer? Janam, this is the next chapter. Various committees, next chapter. So tell me the answer to the first question, guys. A company hides losses. Yes, Shahnawaz, correct. Answer is A. Next question. A board approves high dividends despite poor financial health. Board is given dividend in spite of very low financial health, ignoring employee salaries. Which objective is violated? Transparent and justifiable decision making, balance of stakeholder interest, risk reduction through due diligence, and building long-term company value. What is the answer to the second question? Everyone, I'm so proud of you guys. You are answering me all the questions. Amazing, guys. Okay. Next question, guys. Tell me the answer to the next question. Board approves high dividend despite of poor financial health. Which objective is violated? Question number 2. Guys, Listen to me. A word has been used over here, ignoring employee salaries. You have completely ignored the salaries of the employee. So employees are part of stakeholder, shareholder are also part of stakeholder. That means what? You have not balanced the interest of stakeholders. Yes, guys. Jayanand has given me the right answer. A manager personally decides not to commit fraud even when unnoticed. This reflects corporate governance compliance system, ethical value at individual level, board level governance mechanism, and last is regulatory governance requirement. What is the answer to the third question? I told you guys, what is the meaning of ethics? Doing the right thing even when nobody is watching you. Answer is third B. Okay? Chalo. Fourth question. A company strictly follows SEBI disclosure norms despite no pressure. This reflects management efficiency and flexibility, ethics driven personal conduct, corporate governance compliance system, and D is situational business strategy. Over here, guys, answer is corporate governance compliance system. Next, fifth question. A company rejects a profitable deal. Why? Due to high legal risk after due diligence. This reflects innovation, risk reduction, professionalism, and D, stakeholder. You know the answer to the fifth question, guys. Everyone, give me the answer to the fifth question. Perfect. Tejasvi Pawar, Shahan Nawaz, everyone gave me the right answer. Amazing, guys. Chalo. Let's move on to the fifth question. What is the answer to the fifth question? Correct. Shahan Nawaz. Amazing, guys. Next is a company focuses only on profit but ignores environmental impact. This contradicts which evolution shift from governance to management, from profit to stakeholder approach, from regulation to flexibility approach, from ethics to performance focus. What is the answer to the sixth question? So company is profit oriented. Now company ignores the environmental impact, guys. Now it is completely focused on profit. That means what? From profit to stakeholder, this rule has been violated. Okay, guys. Chalo. Sir, fifth explain. Jayanand. A company rejects a profitable deal due to high legal risk after due diligence. This reflects company is not trying to get into a financial mess. Because of that, because of due diligence, company saved itself from financial mess. So answer is risk reduced because of due diligence. What is the meaning of due diligence, guys? Checking all the background of the company that we are going to acquire. Every single thing is right or not. Is it just right on paper or are they really right? This is called as due diligence. Okay. Seventh question. Independent directors question a risky merger decisions of management. This reflects participative control, independent and effective board structure, stakeholder recognition, and D is resource utilization efficiency. What is the answer to the seventh question? The word independent and effective board system. Very easy, no, guys. Next question. A company uses outdated technology despite better alternatives, leading to inefficiency. Which feature is lacking over here? Is it innovation? Is it transparency? Is it accountability? Or is it professional management structure? Who will tell me the answer to the eighth question? Eighth answer is Jayanand. The moment you are going to buy a flat, you will check everything. Vastu is right or not. Is the flat clean or not? Is the energy clean or not? You're doing the background check of the flat. In the same way, the acquirer, Facebook, also did the background check of WhatsApp. Is everything just clean on paper or something wrong is with the company? This is called as due diligence. So you avoid unnecessary risk. Guys, eighth answer is Shahanawaz. A company uses outdated technology despite better alternatives, leading to inefficiency. Guys, I told you, if the company is innovative, they will use better technology. If they use better tech, they will reduce cost. If they reduce cost, they become more efficient. So answer is, guys, eighth answer is A. It's completely fine if your answer is wrong, guys. Just learn from it, okay? Ninth question. A company with strong governance attracts more investors very easily. This shows operational cost efficiency, stakeholder confidence creation, regulatory compliance benefit, or D, management flexibility advantage. What is the answer to the ninth question, guys? The moment any stakeholder is used, answer is stakeholder confidence has been created. Investors are part of stakeholder now. Guys, your answers are wrong, but that's completely fine, okay? Don't feel bad. Yesterday, one student felt very bad that he was answering wrong questions. So it's completely fine. At least try to answer the questions. 10th question is, a board ensures sales targets are not achieved through false advertising. This reflects ethics as personal behavior. Okay, guys? Chalo. Now let's move on to the direct question. Mostly direct question answer is asked from this chapter. Let's understand. Explain the benefits of corporate governance. So whenever such type of direct question is asked, you know how do you begin the answer. You are going to write with the, you're going to start with the intro. Corporate governance ensure proper management and transparency leading to overall growth of the company. Now you will write down the benefits. 8 benefits are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you write down the 8 benefits, then one short, simple conclusion you have to write down. Hence, corporate governance ensures trust, efficiency, and long-term success. Wherever I have marked the bold words, you have to instead underline in the exam. So, you divert the attention of the examiner only towards the right words. Out of 10, only 6 right, sir. No problem, Shahnawaz. When you write the exam, no, 10 out of 10 questions will be right. Only because you practiced all the questions. No problem, guys. Chalo. So, now what we'll do is, we'll take a break of 5 minutes and then we'll start with the second chapter. Drink water, get yourself fresh, and then let's resume with full energy with the second chapter. I will see you at 6:55. 6:55 p.m. Guys, are you finding this marathon energetic, interesting? Just by watching these marathon lectures, by learning, understanding my notes, you'll be sorted, guys. Okay? Chalo. I will see you at 6:55 sharp. All right. Chalo guys. Chalo everyone. Come fast guys. Let's begin with our next chapter, that is corporate governance practices and codes in India. Chalo. The first topic is recommendations. Students often get confused. They don't know, sir, how do we learn these recommendations? Every single recommendation is similar. Let's understand them one by one, guys. Everyone quickly come live. Chalo. So how many people have recommended? Cadbury committee, Rahul Bajaj committee, third is Chandratri committee, fourth is Kumar Mangalam Birla committee. Okay, sir. Now, what was the contribution of Cadbury committee? They are the first one who told that companies must show true financial picture. They are the first one who introduced audit committee focusing on transparency and disclosure, but where they did not mention any specific financial limits. They are the only ones who told that company must have audit. That's it. Okay. Next is Rahul Bajaj committee. What Rahul Bajaj committee told was big companies must have audit committee. Audit committee mandatory if turnover exceeds or is equal to 100 crores or capital exceeds or is equal to 20 crores, focusing on financial reporting supervision. So basically what they told was only big companies must follow strict corporate governance. Company crosses 100 crores, they must form an audit committee. Who told this? Rahul Bajaj committee told this. Basically big companies must form audit committee. But people tell me in Cadbury committee, was there any financial limits? No. They're the first one who just told that company must have an audit committee. Okay. Chalo. Third is KR Chandratri committee. What they did was, they told that every company must have an audit committee. If they don't have, they must be punished. Punishment word is important over here. Even smaller companies must follow rules or they must face punishment. Punishment word was not used by Rahul Bajaj committee and nor by Cadbury committee. Okay. Audit committee is mandatory if capital exceeds or is equal to 5 crores. Focus is on internal control review and penalties for non-compliance. Are you able to understand the difference between all the recommendations of three committees, guys? Very easy, no? Now let's talk about Kumar Mangalam Birla committee. So what they told was governance is complete system, not just audit. This committee told that governance is complete only if there is a effective composition, a mix of good combination of board of directors. You should not just focus on audit committee, you should also have a good mix of management. Board structure, 50% must be independent directors so they can give unbiased opinion. Audit committee, minimum 3 directors, majority should be independent. Other committees, remuneration, investor, all these committees must also come into picture. Limits are more about composition, not company size. So Kumar Mangalam Birla committee did not speak about company size. More importance was given to the composition of board of directors. Okay, Jayanand, I will again explain you one by one. Cadbury committee told that company must have audit committee. Okay, sir. Now Rahul Bajaj committee told that big companies must have audit committee. Chandratri committee told that even smaller companies must have audit committee, otherwise they will be punished. Kumar Mangalam Birla committee told that don't just focus on audit, also focus on the composition of board of directors. Okay, guys. So 4 committees. If an exam question is asked, describe or explain the recommendations of 4 committees. Will you be able to answer all the recommendation, guys? Will you be able to explain all the recommendations? Very easy, no? Again, I will tell you. Cadbury committee told just one thing. Company must have audit committee. Rahul Bajaj committee told that big companies must have audit committee. Chandratri committee told that small company must have audit committee. Kumar Mangalam Birla told that don't just focus on audit committee, also focus on the composition of board of directors. Easy, no, guys? Can I get a thumbs up, everyone? Quickly give me a thumbs up, everyone, guys. Varun, Shahnawaz, Jayanand, Simon, Simontini, everyone quickly give me a thumbs up. Chalo. Next is people, role of independent directors. Very, very important from your exam point of view. Question will be asked. What is the role of independent directors? People, the important question is, what is the difference between role and duties, guys? What is the difference between role and duties? Role means what you are expected to do. What you are expected to do. To clear CMA final exam, you are expected to put in XYZ number of hours. But what is the meaning of duties means what? You are legally required to do. You are legally required to do. To clear CMA final exams, you have to give the exams. Chalo. Now let's quickly understand what is the role of independent directors. Number one is their job is to uphold integrity and ethical standards in their role. I told you what is the meaning of ethics, guys? Doing the right thing even when nobody is watching. Okay? So, example, if a director notices that a company is hiding a financial issue, they must report it, ensuring that transparency and honesty. So it's the job of every single director to report any suspicious activities in the company. Number one. Number two, exercise independent judgment while making decisions. He must use his independent judgment while making decisions. Example, if a company's management suggests a very risky investment, director should not say yes to everyone. Independent director looks at the data and says no, even if the CEO is in favor of it. Understood, guys? You should take decisions independently. Next is acting in the best interest of the company and its stakeholders. So director ensures that a merger decision benefits both the company's long-term health as well as its shareholders and not just a few individuals. So because of the merger, if only few shareholders are getting benefited, director must say no. Everyone should be benefited. Next is dedicate sufficient time and effort in decision making. Let's read example. A director attends every meeting, reads all reports and is well prepared to discuss company matters. So he should give ample amount of time in the company matters. Okay, sir. Next is avoiding external influences that may impact partiality. Let's understand. A director avoids any relationship with suppliers that could influence the judgment when it's time to choose which vendor to work with. Company has got two options to select. Director becomes close with one vendor. He is not allowed to do that. Understood, guys? Next is not misuse their position for personal or indirect gains. You should not give money to one contractor saying that enter into contract with me, I will pay you XYZ amount. No. A director doesn't take kickbacks from a contractor looking to land a company project. He should not pay money, he should not receive money from any outsiders who are dealing with the company. Easy, no, guys? Everyone. Next is maintaining independence and avoid conflict of interest. Let's read example. If a director has personal business relationship with a potential partner company, they recuse themselves from the decision making process. So if my brother is a director in a company and my company is going to deal with my brother's company, I should not involve in the discussion. Obviously, I would favor my brother, no, guys. So that's it. Maintaining independence and avoiding conflict of interest. Next is notify the board if circumstances arise that compromise independence. If a director is offered a very good position in a competitor's company, they immediately inform the board to prevent any perception of bias. They should not be accused of biasness. Okay, guys. And ninth is assist the company in implementing best corporate governance practices. A director helps the company adopt policies and regular audits and transparency to improve its governance standards. So people, if you feel that any point you are mugging up, I've also included examples so you don't feel like mugging up. Learning will become very easier and smooth. So everyone, if an exam question is asked, what is the role of independent directors? Will you be able to write the role of independent director, guys? Give me everyone a thumbs up. Perfect. Chalo, guys. Now let's move on to the duties of independent directors. People, every single topic that I'm covering is very, very important from your exam point of view. Okay? Topics might look very easy, but you need to learn it also. You need to understand it also. So you can write it in a beautiful manner in exams. Chalo, guys. Now, what is the meaning of duties of independent director? First of all, they are legally required to do this. They don't have any option. They are supposed to do this. How many points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points are there. Okay, sir. Number 1 is you have to stay updated with your knowledge. Number 2, you have to seek expert advice whenever required. Number 3, you need to give time to the company by participating in the board and committee meetings. Then active participation in board committees. Staying well informed about the company and industry. If you are not informed, how are you going to participate in the discussions? Next is ensuring ethical practices and reporting wrongdoing. Wherever you find something wrong is happening, you have to report it. Raising concerns if financial records are manipulated. This thing did not happen in Satyam Computers. Next is acting in the best interest of the company, shareholders and their employees. Basically, you have to act in the best interest of the stakeholders. Maintaining confidentiality. Directors should not reveal secret confidential information to outsiders. And last is avoid sharing unpublished price sensitive information. Now you know from insider trading you are not allowed, you're not supposed to share unpublished price sensitive information. Easy now, guys. If an exam question is asked with respect to duties of independent director, will you be able to answer all the question, guys? Let me know in the chat box. Guys, nobody is answering me. Quickly, everyone answer. I hope you guys are watching. So, guys, next topic. Okay, what I will do is I will call name. Varun, Jayanand, Tejasvi Pawar, Shahanawaz. Yes, everyone is with me now, guys. Okay. So duties of ID is done. Now let's understand corporate governance ratings. Sir, what is the meaning of corporate governance rating? It's a report card that will tell you if you have a good corporate governance practices or not. Shows how well a company follows governance rules, helps compare different companies, and it is an independent evaluation. Why? It is given by credit rating agency. These agencies will analyze the company whether they are following good corporate governance practices or not, and then they will give a report. So investors, stakeholders can compare which company is performing well in terms of corporate governance. Okay, guys. Chalo. Importance of CG ratings. Number 1, it provides information to all the stakeholders about the level of CG. Next is it helps in determining the relative position of a company. We can easily compare this company with other companies in terms of corporate governance practices. A company ranked higher than its peers is seen as better governed. Number 3 is it gives companies independent and credible assessment. CRAs operate independently. They will give you the report card independently. Okay, sir. Investors rely on ratings instead of trusting only management claims. Nobody will depend on the management because everyone will favor the company. But CRA will not favor the company. They will give you the independent assessment whether a company is following good corporate governance practices or not. Okay, sir. This one is done. 2, 3. Next is it allows comparison with domestic as well as international best practices. An Indian company with strong governance can be compared with global best practices company. Companies can use governance ratings as a benchmark that we want to achieve this for improving governance system. If you know the score, you will try to improve. If you don't know the score, you will not try to improve. 6th, investors benefit as they can differentiate well-governed companies from poorly governed ones. So if you observe, all the points are very, very similar, guys. So if an exam question is asked with respect to the importance of corporate governance ratings, will everyone be able to write the answer? Give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Everyone. Yes, Varun, Jayanand, Shahanawaz. Okay. Now next topic is assessment criteria for good corporate governance ratings. Sir, how many topics are remaining from this chapter? 1, 2, 3 topics. That's it. This one is very easy. I have simplified it so you will not have any problem. 3 topics are remaining, guys. Please be with me. Now, the important question is, we know that CRA gives corporate governance rating. But how are they going to assess? On what basis are they going to give you the ratings? Let's understand them one by one. Number 1 is board structure and balance. Is the board structure optimized? Are there enough independent directors to give unbiased opinions? If the answer is yes, that means it has got a good corporate governance. Next is shareholders' rights and compensation. Are only few shareholders getting benefited or everyone is getting equal benefit? Protection of shareholders' interest, voting rights and fair dividend policies. Let's look at the example. Allowing minority shareholders to vote on important matters and ensuring timely dividend payments. So, everyone shall be included in the important decision making of the company. If it is happening, that means good corporate governance. Next, accounting policies. You have to follow accounting standards. If you don't follow accounting standards, you will turn up like Satyam computers. Next is ownership and control. There should be a clear separation between ownership and control. It should be controlled by professional management and owned by the shareholders. Then people, professionalism. There should be qualified professionals who are managing the company. If the company's shareholder just appoints their relative as a director, do you think the company will perform well? No. You have to keep the management competent, then only company will perform very well. Then disclosures. You have to make timely disclosures, accurate disclosures and truthful disclosures with respect to Companies Act, with respect to SEBI. Then market price of shares. If a company is following good corporate governance, you will see them in the market price of the shares. If the share price keep on getting fluctuating, that means what? Company is not governed well. If the price is stable, company is performing very well. Then comes 8-point compliance with other laws, Companies Act, SEBI Act. Then if the company is into insurance laws they have to follow. If the company is into banking, they have to follow banking laws. And last is people, earning and dividend payout. There should be fair distribution of profits and consistent in dividend policy. Declaring dividends in line with profits without sacrificing long-term growth. You should not declare all the dividend. You have to take into consideration the long-term growth. Easy, no, guys? Yes. Shall I move forward? If in exam question is asked, will you be able to write all the 9 points, guys? We're going to also talk about the remaining 3 points. But in exam, if a question is asked, will you be able to write it? Let me know in the chat box. Have I made it easier for you to understand, learn and remember, guys? Let me know in the chat box. Okay, chalo. Now, let's talk about the other 3 bases. Handling conflict of interest. Whether there are a proper mechanism in place to handle a dispute between majority shareholders and the minority shareholders. Interest directors abstaining from voting on RPT transactions. Next is RPT transactions. Whenever a company is entering into RPT, they have to be transparent. They have to disclose it, everything. If they are doing that, that means what? Company is governed very well. And last is risk management. You have to identify, monitor and mitigate all the business risk that Nokia and BlackBerry did not do, which is why they failed miserably. Easy, no, guys? Okay. Thank you, Jayanant. So 12 points, guys. See, every single point I have included examples, so you don't feel as if you're mugging up. Okay? Chalo. Now let's come to the second topic, and that is environmental, social and governance. Until now, we only spoke about corporate governance. But now we are going to widen our scope. We're going to talk about environment. We're going to talk about people also along with the governance. ESG is a way to check a company. It shows how responsible a company is towards environment, people and management. Not just a company should focus on profit. They should also focus on other matters like environment, people and management. Now ESG rating structure. Environment, social, governance. ESG consists of 3 components. Number 1 is environment. Focus is on pollution control, energy usage, waste management and climate change. Social, it focuses on, are you taking care of your employees? Are you giving your customers safe products? Are you helping the community? Are you handling the complaints of the customers or all the stakeholders? Next is governance rating. Now you know what is the meaning of governance. Board structure, executive pay, ownership and control, transparency and disclosure. All these 3 components are taken into consideration to give an overall ESG score based on all 3 components. We have used quality when we spoke about environment, social and governance. We are also using quantity to give a rating, so you can compare. Easy, no, guys? Everyone? Okay. Now we're going to talk about annexures under corporate governance. Very important. Definitely, if institute wants you to find it very difficult, the paper, they will put you this question. If I would be the examiner, if I want your paper to make it very, very difficult, I would put this question in your exam. Let's understand them one by one, guys. Annexure 1 that talks about quarterly corporate governance report. Every quarter this report is filed. Basically, what happened in the quarter, the snapshot is given in this report. It includes details of board details, committees, meetings, SEBI, whistleblower, RPT. If during the quarter a new independent director is appointed or an audit committee meeting is held, these details are reported in Annexure 1. I'm talking about quarterly compliance report. Okay, sir. Now next is Annexure 2, annual corporate governance report. At the end of every financial year, Annexure 2 is filed. This annexure provides a complete picture of corporate governance for the entire year, not just for a quarter. It includes corporate governance philosophy, full year details, remuneration paid to directors, investor information, confirmation of compliance with governance requirement. I will give you one example also. If shareholders wants to know how the board function throughout the year, they can get these information from annexure 2. Very easy, no guys. Next comes annexure 3. Post year end compliance report. This report is filed within 6 months from the end of the financial year. This annexure confirms that the company has actually complied. Now, to give a confirmation, you will require one very, very important thing, and that is certificate from a practicing professional. It could be a CA, CMA, or a CS. It includes declaration of compliance with mandatory governance norms, disclosure of non-mandatory requirement, declaration on code of conduct, CEO, CFO certification. So all these things, you are going to give a confirmation that we have followed corporate governance mechanism. And last is people, half yearly disclosure. This annexure discloses details of very, very important. This one is very different from other 3 annexures. This annexure will inform you how much company has helped the promoters or promoter group entities, such as if the company has given loans to the promoter, company has given guarantee to the promoter, company has given comfort letters, company has given securities to the promoters. If a lot of things are going on continuously, that means something wrong is happening in the company. Are you with me guys? Everyone? So in exam, if a question is asked with respect to annexures under corporate governance, will you be able to answer the question? We are done with this topic also. Now MCQs. Jayanand, Varun, Shahanawaz, Timontini, New Holy Culture, Tejsi Pawar, everyone. Can I get a thumbs up, guys? What all to be mentioned in annexure, sir, for annexure question? You have to mention annexure 1, particulars, when is it filed, and any 2 or 3 details along with the example you have to mention. Any 2 or 3 details you have to mention. Comfort letter means what, Janand? If a company is doing any favor to the promoters using the funds of the company, that is called as comfort letters. Company has given a guarantee in favor of the promoter. All these aspects will come under comfort letters. Okay, guys? So if an exam question is asked, you have to write down annexure 1, report, how often it is filed, any 3 details, 1, 2, 3, any 3 details you have to mention, intro and example. If you write example, it's amazing, guys. Examiner will be impressed the moment he reads examples. Okay? Shall we proceed forward with the MCQ, guys? If you have got any doubts, just let me know all your doubts in the chat box. And those who are watching these lectures after the recording has ended, please make sure to drop all your doubts in the comment section. Okay, guys, chalo. Let's move on to the MCQs. Number 1 question. A listed company does not form an audit committee but discloses audit details in the annual report. Which committee principle is violated over here? A listed company does not form an audit committee but discloses audit details in the audit report. Which committee principle is violated over here? Which committee was the first one to tell that company should have a audit committee? Yes. Next question. A company crosses 120 crores turnover but delays forming audit committee for 3 years. Which recommendation is violated over here? Is it Chandratri committee? Is it Birla committee? Is it Rahul Bajaj? Or is it Cadbury committee? Tell me the answer to the second question, guys. Which committee mentioned the limits? Online people, everyone watching know? Yes, guys, everyone perfect. Second question. Answer is C, guys. Amazing. A company appoints only executive directors in audit committee but ensures 4 meetings annually. Which principle is violated over here? Frequency of meetings, composition, disclosure, or AGM participation. Only executive directors are there. There are no non-executive directors. Which committee rule is violated over here? Yes, guys. The answer to the third question is C. Only executive directors are there, then people, there's a problem. There will be biasness of the decisions. That is why composition of audit committee rule is violated. Amazing, Jayanand. Shahnawaz, sorry. Next is a chairman of audit committee is absent in AGM, but all disclosures are proper. Which requirement is violated over here? Audit committee, Chandratri committee, Birla committee, or all of the above? What is the answer to the fourth question, guys? Fourth answer is Cadbury committee, Chandratri, Birla, all of the above requirement is violated. Okay, guys, so if you observe this, all the principles with respect to accountability, with respect to governance, with respect to functioning, all the principles are violated. Okay, next is, now we'll talk about more important questions. People, tell me the answer to the seventh question, ninth question, and 10th question. Now, guys, what I will do is, to save time, quickly I will read all the 3 questions and then tell me the answer to all the 3 questions quickly. A company designs whistleblower policy internally without a legal mandate. This falls under board level governance, below board level governance, regulatory governance framework, mandatory governance system. This is my 7th question. Tell me the answer to 9th question. A company receives high corporate rating but frequently delays disclosures. Corporate governance rating. Which assessment criteria is weak over here? Ownership and control, disclosure practices, earning distribution policy, or market price stability. Frequency is the problem. Next is, a company has strong profits but poor ESG score due to pollution issues. Which component over here is weak? Yes. So let's talk about 7th question. Seventh question. Yes, guys. Perfect. Now tell me the answer to the 9th question, guys. 9th question. Guys, I want you to read the question very, very carefully and tell me the answer. A company receives high corporate governance rating. Listen to me carefully. A company receives high corporate governance rating, but frequently it delays disclosures. Which assessment criteria is weak over here? Disclosure word means what, people? Disclosure practices is weak. People, I told you, we have just now discussed on what basis assessment will be given. Yes or no, guys? All the 9 points we have understood. Also tell me the answer to the 10th question. A company has strong profits but poor ESG score due to pollution issues. Which component is weak over here? Yes, the answer is C. Who gave me the answer as B to the 9th question? Jayanand Shahanavas. Amazing, guys. Simon Tini also gave me the right answer. Perfect. That means you have watched every single topic very carefully. Now, guys, shall we move on to the direct question? People, in your exam, question can be asked, what are the principles of good corporate governance? So always you know how to start. Intro, all 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and then conclusion. Easy, no, guys? Content is the same. You just have to write intro, 6 to 7 points, write it down, and then you are done. Guys, what we'll do is we'll take a break of 5 minutes. 7:38, we are going to resume. Cool, guys. 2 chapters are remaining. The second chapter is very small. One very important chapter is remaining. Once we are done with that, that's it. You will have 10 marks in your hand. Yes, guys, let's continue. Shall we begin with our next chapter, guys? That is corporate social responsibility. People, very scoring chapter. Everyone, quickly come live, guys. Shall we begin? Chalo, guys. Now, the name of chapter is next. Corporate social responsibility. Name of activities, evaluation of CSR. Every single thing with respect to CSR we're going to understand. Okay, guys. Chalo. Number one, what is the meaning of CSR? Company should not only focus on profit, they should also try to give back to the society and protect the environment. To guide companies how to do this, India and global bodies have introduced some rules and guidelines. Students often find this story very difficult. National Voluntary Guidelines, SDGs, UNGPs, revised NVGs, then NGRBC. What are these? Sir, I am not able to understand. Don't worry, guys. In the next 15 minutes, you're going to not have a single doubt in these topics. Okay? Chalo. People, initially, there was only National Voluntary Guidelines. India first introduced NVGs in 2011. These were basic guidelines and not compulsory. Focus was on companies to act honestly, taking care of the employees and protect the environment. That's it. This was a starting point for responsible business in India. Okay. So from here onwards, importance was given not just to profit but also other aspects of the society. Next is SDGs, UNGPs and revised NVGs. Now sir, what is the full form? UNGPs means what? United Nations Guiding Principles. SDGs means what? Sustainable Development Goals. NVGs means what? National Voluntary Guidelines. National Guidelines on Responsible Business Practices. Now this is the full form of NGRBC. Okay. So people, now let's understand one by one. Now you know the meaning of NVGs. Okay. Now let's come to SDGs, UNGPs and revised NVGs. Now people, global influence comes in. Global opinions came in. SDGs 2015. Who gave this? The United Nations created 17 goals to improve the world. Businesses were expected to support these goals, 17 goals. Okay, sir. Then came UNGPs. The United Nations also gave rules for human rights. Now they also included the element of human rights. They said protect people, do not harm people, give justice if harm happens. Okay, sir. Then people, NVGs were revised. India updated NVGs to match these global ideas of SDGs and UNGPs. And that's why NGRBC came into the picture. NGRBC was introduced in 2019. This is the latest and improved version. It applies to all the businesses. Everyone should strive to apply these principles. It clearly tells companies to follow ethics, respect people and protect the environment. This is the final and complete framework for responsible business in India. So initially there was only NVGs, then global influence came in, SDGs, UNGPs, and then NVGs were revised. Now the latest version is NGRBC based on 9 principles. Okay guys. Now let's talk about sustainability reporting in India. Okay, people, one more thing I would want to tell you. Corporate governance means what? How a company is run, but NGRBC focuses on how company should behave. This is the difference. How company should run and how company should behave. This is the difference between corporate governance and NGRBC. Okay. Now let's talk about sustainability reporting in India. How should the company report? How should a company disclose to the public that we are following NGRBC principles? Let's understand them one by one. Sustainability reporting means a company shows how it works responsibly. It covers not only profit but also environment, social impact, and governance. Earlier, to report on these aspects, BRR report was used. Companies used to report information using BRR report. Business Responsibility Report. It was based on NVG's 2011. It was mostly descriptive. No data is included in this report. Then how are we going to trust, guys? Just by saying that we follow this, we follow that, does that really mean that company is following that? No. So over here, no data is used, only statements were given. Then people, today we are following BRSR report, where company has to disclose all the data with respect to are they following all the 9 principles of NGRBC or not. SEBI replaced BRR with BRSR. Now this is applicable to top 1000 listed companies based on NGRBC 9 principles. We are going to understand what are those 9 principles. Purpose is to improve transparency, to ensure accountability, to move from simple statement to actual data, and last is to match the global standards. Okay, guys. Now the important question is, what does BRSR covers? Based on 9 responsible business practices, covers 3 items, but we will not look at just 3. We are going to look at all the 9 principles in detail. It is the job of the board, it is a responsibility of the board to adopt sustainability principles. Board must ensure that correct ESG is getting reported. Board must also monitor whether we are following all the 9 principles or not. Examples: company reports that they are emission of carbon. Company is reporting how much carbon are they emitting. Company is honest. Company is disclosing all the information. Company shows CSR spending and employee safety data. Investors compare companies using BRSR data. So today investors don't just look at the profit, they also look at how much company is also working towards other aspects of the society. Are they working towards their employees? Are they giving them training? Are they providing safe and healthy practices, working environment to the employees? Are they responsible towards their customers? Are they responsible towards their government? Are they responsible towards the suppliers? Every single thing will be taken into consideration, and based on that, one report is prepared, and that report is called as BRSR report. So if you are the investor, if you are a very informed investor, then you will definitely compare different listed companies based on their BRSR reporting. Okay, guys. Chalo. Now let's talk about NGRBC guidelines. So we are going to talk about principles. Okay. So what is the meaning of NGRBC, guys? NGRBC are guidelines for responsible and ethical business. We know this. They tell companies how to act properly towards society, environment, and stakeholders. Applicability: it is applicable to all business in India. Every business should strive to apply these principles. Includes small, large companies, Indian companies, and foreign companies. Now there is an annexure called as Annexure 1 that talks about how can the company report on these matters. Offers practical guide to adopt and implement these principles in their business operations. Very, very important annexure. If you are that company who is making a lot of profit, now you have to work towards something that is bigger than the profit, then you have to read Annexure 1. That will tell you how can you apply all those 9 principles. Now what are those 9 principles? We are going to understand. Okay, guys. Chalo. Number one principle is ethics, integrity, and accountability. Basically, it says company should work honestly and transparently. It should be responsible for its actions. Example is false advertising is wrong. Next is safe and sustainable products. Company should use products or manufacture products that should be safe to use. Products should not harm the environment. Example is using recycled materials. Next is employee welfare. Are employees getting fair wages? Are workmen given safe and equal working conditions? Provide safe working conditions. Number 3 is employee welfare. Number 4 is responsibility towards stakeholders. Company should care about their employees, customers, society. Decision should not harm others. Example is treating factory waste before releasing it. You have to treat the waste before releasing it into the water bodies. Okay, guys, you should not pollute the river. 4 principles are done. Fifth principle is respect for human rights. No child labor in factories. Environmental protection using eco-friendly materials. Responsible public policy. Supporting clean energy policies. Example I will tell you. Company should support good policies, should not act only for its own benefit. It should always act towards its society. Then people, inclusive growth, providing free education to all the villages. Company should help all the sections of society. They should not just focus on its customer, they should focus on all the aspects of the society. And next is consumer protection. Products should be safe and fairly priced. Information should be true and clear. Correct product information, and there should not be any cheating. Everyone, are you with me, guys? If an exam question is asked with respect to what are the 9 principles of NGRBC, will you be able to answer all those 9 principles? Will you be able to write all those 9 principles? My goal is, guys, I don't want you to mug up any topic. Hence, I have given you a very easy explanation along with the example. Okay, guys? Chalo. Now, let's proceed forward with the most important topic, examiner's favorite question. What activities are considered as a part of CSR and what activities will not be considered as a part of CSR? First of all, CSR activities are those that help society and the environment. Now, types of CSR activities. What are the types of CSR activities? Number 1 is, people, this will include, okay, employee welfare, support to weaker sections, development of backward areas, health, education, skill development. Now let's read it one by one. Improving employee well-being. Employees should be happy. They should be given fair wages. Helping poor and vulnerable groups. This also you can undertake as a CSR activity. Then development of backward areas, developing underdeveloped regions, health, education, sanitation, basic social infrastructure support, and last is enhancing employability of people by giving them training, by improving their skills so they get employed. So all these activities can be a part of CSR. Given in Schedule 7 of the Companies Act to be interpreted broadly. Now people, in Companies Act under Schedule 7, there will be a lot of activities that can be done by the company as a CSR activity. Now what Companies Act says is that you should not follow them strictly. You have to take a broader picture into consideration. Okay, guys. If I'm talking about villages, that means you can give them health, you can give them education, you can give them sanitation. All these facilities you can provide. So you have to take a broader term into consideration. Important points. Now this is the most important part of the chapter. Activities should create real social impact. Number 2, beneficiaries must be clearly identified, and third is funds should actually reach people. You are taking you are undertaking a lot of CS activities, but those funds are misused by NGOs, then do you think you have undertaken CS activities? The answer is no. So three things should be done. Number one is it should actually create an impact. Number two is benefit must be clearly identified. Who got benefited? You have to ask this question. Third is funds should actually reach the people. If the fund is not going to the people, what is the use of the CSR? Now let's look at another important part of the chapter. Definitely, if I would be the examiner, I would put this question in your exam. What activities are not considered as CSR? So 5 activities are there. Number 1, pure publicity or advertising activities. You are sponsoring blood donation campaign. Now you are sponsoring that, but apart from sponsoring, you are also advertising your name of the company to market, to increase awareness. This will not be considered as a CSR activity. Spending done only to promote the company's products or services is not CSR. Example, sponsoring an event only to display brand names will not be considered as CSR. So in your exam, question can be asked, a case study based question can be asked, XYZ company has undertaken activities. Will they be considered as a CSR activity? Your answer should be matching this. Okay guys, you have to take these points into consideration before you answer the question. Okay sir. Next is stat and regulatory compliance. Expenses incurred to comply with laws or government orders are not a part of CSR. So you have installed a machinery to reduce pollution. Now because government has told you have installed a machinery, you cannot call it as CSR. Then employee and employee family benefits, direct or indirect benefits to employees or their families are completely excluded. Employee health insurance or housing benefits are excluded. You are doing this for your benefit, not for social benefit. Next is benefit related infrastructure or production support. Now let's read the example. Building warehouse or factory roads for business use will not be considered as a CSR. Anything that is benefiting you directly or indirectly will not be considered as a CSR. Activities done to facilitate production or distribution are not CSR. Next is political contribution will not be considered as a part of CSR. So if an exam, if a question is asked, what activities are not included in CSR, you should be able to write all the 5 points guys along with the examples. If you write examples, examiner will get impressed. Easily you can get marks. Okay? Chalo guys. Now next is, how do you implement CSR? The first step that you are going to do is, you're going to find out exactly in which area you want to make a very big impact. Determining the thrust area. The company selects a focus area where it wants to contribute. Is it health? Is it education? Or is it sanitation? All these aspects will be taken into consideration. Focusing on primary education for underprivileged children. Okay, now that you have found out the thrust area, the second is you're going to find out the identification of project. Okay, now we know that you want to focus on primary education. Now exactly what do we want to do? Do we want to give them books? Do we want to give them food, free food? Exactly what project should we undertake? Specific projects are selected within the thrust area. Now you have also identified specific projects. Now you're going to evaluate CSR projects based on feasibility and impact and relevance, and you're going to choose the one which has got the most impact. Let's read this. Before funding a rural school, the company evaluates whether the village actually lacks educational facilities and whether the project can be completed within the budget and time. If the project cannot be completed within the budget and time, there's no use of the CSR. And if the village has already got a very good school, There's no use for you to implement CSR in schooling. So you have to find out exactly where you are going to make an impact. Now that you have chosen the project, approved projects are executed through proper mechanism. You can choose whether to do it directly or whether to do it through an implementing agency like NGO. Approving a healthcare project, the company partners with NGO to set up mobile medical camps. Now you're going to monitor whether CS activities are executed as per planned or not. There are a lot of NGOs who can misuse your funds. Continue supervision to ensure proper use of funds and progress. And then once CSR project is implemented, now you are going to check the assessment of the impact. Did we really create the impact? If the answer is no, your project failed. If the answer is yes, your project succeeded. After 2 years of funding skill training programs, the company checks how many trained youths are now employed or now self-employed. You have given them training, but they are still unemployed. What's the use of the training? Understood now, guys? So if an exam question is asked, what are the steps to implement CSR? Will you be able to answer this question, guys? Can I get a quick thumbs up, everyone? Can I get a quick thumbs up? Dayanand, Varun, Ashwini, Shahnawaz, Timontini. Yes. Perfect. Sir, how many topics are remaining? I'll tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. 5 topics. Very easy topic, guys. A lot of topics you will find there's a repetition. Okay? Sure. Now, collaborative CSR project. So, how can you collaborate? You can collaborate with other companies. You can collaborate with the government. You can also collaborate with these specialized agencies like NGO and trust. Okay, sir. Over here, multiple companies jointly fund rural skill centers. Number 2, you are entering into a partnership with the government. Example is sanitation or health mission. CSR funds are used in government sanitation or health mission. And number 3, specialized agencies, NGOs managing education or healthcare projects. So you are partnering with these specialized agencies. Now the important question is, sir, how many specialized agencies are there? There are 8 specialized agencies. Number 1 is people, community-based organizations. You are partnering with the community in a village to undertake CSR activity. Local youth group running a cleanliness drive, you are partnering with them. Local community in a village. Number 2 is you are partnering with the government bodies at village or city level. Example is Gram Panchayats building toilets using CSR funds. Okay. Are you finding it interesting if I am giving you an example, guys? Okay. Third is you can partner with NGO and voluntary organizations. NGO providing free education to poor children. Community-based, panchayats, local bodies, NGOs. Fourth is you can partner with IIT, IIM to do the skill training, conducting skill development programs. Okay, sir. Next is trust or mission. Trust running hospitals or schools, you can contribute to them also. Self-help groups, small groups formed for economic support. Women self-help groups running small business with CSR support. So because you have given them money, they are able to do business. They are getting self-employed. Government and semi-government bodies, government agencies and public institutions. Example is CSR funds used in government health schemes. And last is people, Mahila Mandals and similar groups. Women-led community groups. I will tell you, you will have problems in 1, 2, 3. In these, to remember these 3 points, you will have problem. Apart from that, I'm assuming that you will find all points very easy to read, understand and learn. Okay guys, so you have to focus before the exams on 3 points so you don't end up forgetting it. Okay guys, shall we continue? Hello guys. Now, how are you going to evaluate CSR project? Definitely, in question can be asked. In PYQ, this question was asked. How are you going to evaluate CSR projects? So, evaluation is done in two stages. Before spending and after spending. Before spending, what you will check? If the project is suitable and feasible, you will check cost, who are going to get benefited, time required to complete the project, feasibility and measurement of impact. Company checks school project details before approval. Easy now guys. Then after spending, you're going to check if money is used properly or not. You're going to check if my objective is achieved or not. Now, CSR evaluation process. How are you going to evaluate the CSR project before the project is implemented? Number 1, you're going to form an evaluation team who have the expertise in the CSR projects. Okay, create a team. Number 2, now you will check documents, whether the CSR project looks good on paper or is it really good. On paper it is good. Now how are you going to check if the project really looks good or not? You're going to physically check the site. Then you will prepare a report. Then CSR committee will review whether to accept it or not. Once accepts it, it will be approved by the board. Then once board approves the project, now the company will enter into a memorandum of understanding with the NGOs. Now company will gradually release funds in parts. Once the project is done, NGO will submit a completion certificate. CSR evaluation ensures proper use of funds and real social impact. Easy no guys. So if a question is asked, how will the CSR project will be evaluated, you have to write down these points along with pre-evaluation and post-evaluation. Okay guys, I think I have made it very easy for you to read, understand, learn. I have simplified the language. I have also included examples so you don't have any problem. Chalo. Now implementation, you can implement it directly or you can implement it indirectly, third party. What are the advantages? You have better control, faster decisions. People, these topics are very, very easy. So I want you to read this on your own. Very easy topic guys. What is the advantage of directly implementing and what is the advantage of indirectly implementing? Okay guys, chalo. Monitoring of CSR projects. Continuous tracking of project includes review progress, checking performance and taking corrective actions. If you have deviated from your objective, you are going to find out why did I deviated from this objective, and then once you find a reason, next time you will not do the same mistake again. For that you need to find out, you need to review the progress. Okay guys, then impact assessment and then we'll solve MCQs. C, checking actual results after completion, done by independent agency, focus on real outcomes. So if assessment is done by NGOs, do you think they will give you an unbiased judgment? The answer is no. So for that, to get an independent judgment, you have to hire an independent agency. Then problems in CSR. Okay. Poor project selection, lack of seriousness, financial issues. Company's goal is to only focus on profit. So they might lack focus on CSR. Now what are the external problems? NGO might be inefficient, fund can be misused, delay can also happen. So we are done with the third chapter also. Can I get a quick thumbs up, guys? Are you enjoying these marathon lectures? Give me a quick thumbs up, guys. Let me know in chat box so I know that you guys are watching it with full dedication. Dayanand, Shahnawaz, Varun, Ashwini, Simontini, everyone, Tejasvi Pawar. Okay. Chalo guys, now what we'll do is we'll solve MCQs. Guys, I want you to be very much active while answering MCQ questions. Okay, guys? Chalo. A company spends 25 lakh rupees on a campaign promoting cleanliness. Very good. But prominently displays its brand name and products. How should this be treated? First of all, just tell me in one sentence, can we call this as CSR or not? This is the first question. Tell me the answer to the first question. Second question, people, this second question is irrelevant, just cross mark it. Which of the following will make CSR provisions applicable to the company? 1, 2, and 3. All three options are correct. Okay? Chalo. So don't answer second question, just answer me the first question. A company builds a warehouse to improve its supply chain and claims as CSR. Will it be called as a CSR? Let me know in the chat box. Third, yes or no. Fourth, BRSR is applicable to which of the following? All companies, all listed companies, top 1000 listed companies, only companies with CSR obligations. So tell me the answer to the first question. Not CSR. Amazing, Jayanand. Tell me the answer to the third question. C. Fourth is only applicable to top 1000 listed companies. Next is a company installs pollution control equipment because law requires it. Will this be called as a CSR activity? First answer is C. Yes, guys. Everyone gave me the right answer. Now tell me the answer to the fifth question also, guys. Fifth question. Pollution control equipment, law requires it, so this will not be called as a CSR activity. Next is, which of the following correctly represents evolution of responsible business in India? We know that it started with NVGs and it ended with NGRBC. So answer is B. Under NGRBC, which principle focuses on avoiding child labor and forced labor? Respect for human rights. A company gives loan to promoter entity and disclosed it half yearly. This falls under Annexure 1, Annexure 2, Annexure 3 or Annexure 4. Tell me the answer to the 8th question, guys. People, do you remember last annexure we have understood with respect to promoters? If the company has given comfort letters, if the company has given any funds to the promoter, it has to be disclosed. Answer is 4th. Guys, I hope you guys are giving me the right answer. And last is, okay, last second. Which of the following is a very important feature of BRSR compared to BRR? Only narrative, optional, data-based. Answer is data-based. Easy, no, guys? A company funds an NGO to run rural educational programs after verifying its track records. This is an example of direct CSR implementation, stat compliance, third party CSR implementation, or collaborative CSR with the government? Read this question carefully and tell me the answer, guys. If NGO word is used, it becomes third party CSR implementation. Easy, guys. Now what we'll do is we'll take a break of 5 minutes and then we'll quickly complete off with the last chapter also. 8:18 p.m. we will resume. See people, before we take the break, what activities are not considered as CSR? Intro, all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, conclusion, and then you are done. Okay, chalo guys. Very small chapter. So we'll meet at 8:18 p.m. break. Hi guys, shall we continue? Last chapter. Sir, can you mark most important topics of corporate governance in the last part of this marathon? Simontini, all the topics are important. The reason why I'm telling you this is because if you look at the last attempts paper, law paper, very difficult questions were asked. So, in last attempt, if I told you that study this is enough, then it would make sense. But if you just look at the last attempts paper, you will find that paper is very tricky, paper is very difficult. So I don't want you to leave any topics, guys. Okay? So what I have done is, I have marked whatever topics are important, no, guys. I have covered this in the marathon lectures. All the important topics are covered in this marathon lectures. Cool guys, I don't want you to lose any single mark because the goal behind the entire 9 days marathon is just one thing, that is to help you score 70 plus marks in corporate and economic laws. That's it. Okay, chalo. Without wasting any time, let's quickly get started with the last chapter, that is sustainability reporting. What is the meaning of sustainable development? Using resources in such a way that you are not harming the future generation. Focus is on basic needs of the poor and limited use of resources. Future generation should also have resources to survive. Now, what is the meaning of sustainable management? Managing government plus business activities in a responsible manner. Very easy. The goal over here is to protect natural resources, maintain profitability, and third is ensuring social responsibility. Now, the responsibility towards the government is to follow rules and regulations. The responsibility towards business is to take responsible business decisions. Okay, sir. Now, again, important market, guys. Triple bottom line, 3P approach. Sustainable development follows a triple bottom line, also called as 3P approach, that focuses on three things: profit, planet, and people. Now let's study them one by one. Profit means what? Business decisions should ensure long-term economic stability. You should earn profit, but you should earn consistent profit in a long term. They should also not reduce future living standards. Example is a company investing in energy efficient machines reduces cost and remains profitable in the long run. Right now it might be expensive, but in the long run it will save cost. Number two is environmental approach. You have to focus on protecting the planet, installing effluent treatment plants to prevent pollution of rivers. And number three is social approach. What type of working conditions are you providing to your employees? Safe working conditions and fair wages to employees. So 3P approach, if question is asked, you should be able to write all these points. Number one is economic approach, number two is environmental approach, and number three is social approach. Very easy, guys. Okay. Now next is steps in the sustainable management process. Number one, you're going to find out problem areas. Example is, factory found that electricity was very high, a lot of wastage has happened. Recognize environmental or social issues caused by the activities of the company. Number one, you'll find out the problem. Number two, you will set priority, which areas you have to give priority to. There are a lot of areas that requires improvement, which is that one area that requires priority. Number three, you will set targets and goals. By this time, I want to finish off this problem. Reduce power consumption by 20% in 1 year. Done. Target is set, goal is set. Now what you will do? Now you will evaluate projects. Compare different projects. Which project will solve this problem quickly in a cost efficient manner? Comparing solar panel versus energy efficient machine, you will compare them. Then you will select the best one. Then you will plan the action, prepare for implementation plans. and timelines, prepare a budget, timeline, installation plan, how are you going to install everything. Now you will use tools to adapt suitable technology, install smart energy meters. You have done this. Now what you will do is, now you will try to innovate these ideas, introduce new and better methods, and lastly you will schedule. People, one more, yeah, 15 steps are there, not last. Now you will schedule all the actions, guys, fix timelines for each activity. This is one phase. First phase is done. Now if you want to improve more, now the second stage will begin. Schedule of actions. Solar panels installed within 6 months. Okay. Now organizing, allocate roles and responsibilities. Who will do what? Now you will allocate work among the project team. Next is staffing. You're going to appoint the best ones. Then directing, guiding them, who will do what. Then monitoring whether they are doing the work properly or not. If they are not doing, you will take corrective measures. And lastly, you will review the action. So guys, this is the first stage and this is the second stage. Easy now, guys. Can I get a thumbs up, everyone? Okay. My father is watching me live. Chalo, guys. Now, the next important topic is, what are the benefits of sustainable management? So 7 benefits are there. Number 1 is, because you have managed it sustainably, it will help your business grow while taking care of the 2 things, environment as well as society. So 7 things, 7 benefits. Number 1, you will benefit in the long run. Number 2, you will have a better quality of life. Number 3, can be applied in business, society, environment and personal life. Number 4, you will allocate resources in such a wise manner that you will protect the wastage. Next is responsible business practices, building trust and avoids legal and reputational risk. Next is better decision making, managers balance profit, environment and social welfare. And last is cost saving and efficiency. People, this is a very dry topic. Okay. So I want you to just understand the head points, read the inside content, and then you will be done. Okay. Chalo. Last topic, and that is sustainable reporting. We all know every company, top 1000 listed company must report BRSR. Sustainable reporting means a company shows how it is doing, not just focusing on the profit, but also how it is serving the environment, social and governance. Principles for responsible investment by the United Nations. People, this is not important. What is important is purpose and mandatory. What is the purpose? To improve transparency, and it is mandatory to top 1000 listed companies from the year financial year 2022 to 23. Okay, that's it, guys. We are done. Now let's quickly start solving MCQs. How many MCQs are there? 10 MCQs. Everyone with me, can I get a thumbs up? Quickly give me a thumbs up, guys. Are you ready for the MCQ session? People will solve 5 questions and then we'll end this lecture. Okay, guys? Chalo. Number 1, a company reduces electricity usage by installing solar panels, improving profit and reducing pollution. This action mainly reflects which component of triple bottom line? Is it profit? Is it planet? Is it profit and planet together? Is it people and planet together? Improving profit and reducing pollution, that means answer is C. Easy. A factory increases wages and improves worker safety but continues pollution. Wow. Which element of sustainability is being ignored over here? People, profit, planet or governance. Pollution is happening, that means what? planet is ignored. A company sells products at a high profit but depletes groundwater without control. This violates which core idea of SD? Maximization of present. Over here answer is D. Meeting present needs without harming future needs. Fourth question. A project reduces cost today but causes future environment damage. Under sustainability, such a decision is acceptable if profitable, acceptable if approved by government, not acceptable as it harms future generations. Easy no guys. Chalo. A company identifies high waste, sets a 25% reduction target and then selects a project. Which step is being performed over here? Setting targets is achieved. That's it guys. So now what we will do is, people, I want you to just read these MCQs from the PDF that I have sent you. Okay, I have to have enough energy for my throat to continue for another how many days? 6 days. Okay, chalo. Let's quickly read this direct question, very important from your exam point of view. Triple bottom line approach. First you will start with intro, 3 points, conclusion. That's it. So we are done with the corporate governance guys. How was the session? Million thanks for your time and support. Thank you so much Jayanand, it really means a lot. Shall we end this lecture guys? Chalo. Thank you so much Shanavas, thank you so much, it means a lot. Let's end this lecture guys. I will see you tomorrow. We are going to begin with Companies Act, the most awaited session. Chalo. Yes guys, take care, bye bye, eat well, sleep well, study well. I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye Janand, Shanavas, everyone take care and bye bye. सर आप सेशन हिंदी में क्यों नहीं लेते हैं? Any reason? Guys, because there are a lot of students in South who don't understand Hindi language. And I can speak English very well in such a simplified language that even Hindi people will understand as well as English people will understand. So, the goal is my marathon lecture should reach every single one out there. There should not be any language barrier. That's why I'm teaching in English language. Okay? चलो guys, मिलते हैं कल. Take care and bye bye.